This is Britt Caswell with another example video. In this video, I'm covering example 3 from section 2-1 in the SavvasRealize Algebra 2 textbook. In this video, I am talking about writing the equation of a parabola. So here we go. I'm going to actually be doing it in Vertex form because they give us a vertex, which is really nice. Now recall, the vertex form of a parabola is written in this form. F of x equals a times x minus h squared plus k. So if I can find some of these values, alright, it's possible for me to write the equation out. I know that I'll need to replace a, h, and k. Everything else in this formula is going to stay the same. Now, one thing that's nice, they give us that vertex, right? Now recall the vertex is at the ordered pair hk. So where this h is, I can write -2. And where the k is, I can write a 3. So right now, I'm at this point, where I have most things filled in except for my a value. Now, if the book is very nice to you, the book does give you a graph here on this example, and I could see my a value. Here at the vertex, if I scoot 1 unit to the side, I can see the graph went down by 1 unit. So my a is a -1, which I could just plop right there. And then the only other thing that we have to fix is right here where we're subtracting a -2. We don't like to have minus a negative. That's confusing. So instead of subtracting -2, I'm just going to turn that into x plus 2. So this is the equation. But now what if we don't have the graph to tell us that? What if we only have the fact that there's the y-intercept? Alright, I would still be at the point where I have this expression. Instead of calling it f of x, I'm just going to call it y real quick. Alright, so I had y equaled a times x plus 2 squared plus 3, right? I can get rid of these parentheses too, I don't need them. So what they're doing is they're giving us another point. Now, it doesn't seem like it, right? That -1 is just the y value. And you might be asking yourself, well, what's the x value, Missy? Notice it's the y-intercept. Okay, that's where it's crossing the y-axis. And anytime you cross the y-axis, your x value is 0. So I can go in here and replace the x and the y with the ordered pair 0, -1. And now I have an equation where there's just an a in it, and I can go ahead and solve that out. So let's check out this set of parentheses. It's kind of gnarly, okay? 0 plus 2 is 2. And if I square that 2, I get a 4. So this is 4 times a plus 3. Alright, now I want to get rid of that -3. We're trying to get a alone. Or sorry, get rid of the plus 3. So I'm subtracting 3. So I get -4 equals 4a. And recall that when you have a number and a letter squished together, that's multiplication. So I'm dividing by 4 to undo that. And -4 divided by 4 is the -1 that I got from our graph. And I would just plug it into our equation. Let's try another example where they don't give us the graph to cheat off of. All right. So here we are. We have f of x equals a times x minus h squared plus k. All right. Now they give us a vertex. Okay. Here's our h and our k value right here at 1, -4. So I'm going to erase h. And I'm going to write the number 1. Now I'm going to erase the plus k and write the minus 4. So once I've substituted those in, making sure that I'm using the vertex points when I plug those in, I'm going to come here to this ordered pair. And where the x is, I'm going to put a -2, and where the y is, I'm going to put a -1. So I have -1 equals a times -2 minus 1 squared plus 4. So now we're going to simplify that set of parentheses. -2 minus 1 is -3. And if you square that, you get a 9. Then I'm going to subtract, I don't know where the 5 came from. I'm going to subtract the 4 so that it moves to the other side of the equal sign. And then divide by 9 to get a alone. So -5/9 is my a value. So if I'm going back to this equation and I'm plugging it in, I get f of x equals -5/9 times x minus 1 squared minus 4. And there it is. That's our equation. Until next time.